around a little bit, but thank you guys for being here. Ellen Sutter, the ESP Presents and ESP Book Chats, where we bring page turners your way. I always like to bring something beautiful here in the community. I have Pastor Darlene Ingram, and she is of Feed My Sheep Ministry. And so I'm going to flip the camera now, Dr. Darlene, and tell the folks about yourself and why is this organization important to you?
Well, good morning, first of all. This organization, our organization is Feed My Sheep Ministry. It's an extension of Feed My Sheep Ministry where we go into the nursing homes and the adult living facilities and bring forth the Word of God. However, my book box is an addition to that. My mother was an educator in the city of Newport News, Virginia, Maxine Sanissa Bell. And if she taught you, send me some books. My grandmother, which was her mother, Blanche Lawrence, was a hairdresser. And every time I spent the night with my grandmother, Blanche Lawrence, she would read me a book. And the bonding was so nice. It was just me and her. And she would just kind of light up the room. I would get into bed after a bath, and then she would read to me. And so my mother carried that same tradition on. And then when my mother passed, I went into a deep depression. And I had a stroke. And so after recovery, I said, God, I know what I can do. I have book boxes in my shed, and I can put them in daycare centers so the kids can read. And do you not know that God heard God's voice? He said no. And I thought my husband was home. I said, Keith, is that you? I said, God, are you telling me no? And he said no again. He said, no, I want you to put them in women's shelters so they can have the same type of bonding through reading with their mother, because kids don't know why they had to leave their home environment. Kids don't understand why dad hit the mother. They just don't understand. And so this is a bonding time. And I know that reading increases a child's IQ. It helps them with their language skills. And this is a special time for the woman to kind of relax and have time with her children as she regains her responsibility and gets herself back in order. So that's why I have 4 book boxes at women's shelters, one in Yorktown, the Natasha House. Hampton has Transitions, it's a book box there. Um, did I mention Newport News, the Mansfield House? And then the last one is Avalon, which is in Williamsburg. So I am out here with Miss Ellen, and she is just a wonderful lady, and I can talk because I'm a pastor. But I hope I answered all the questions.
Yes, you
One of the
did. Yes, you
questions.
did. And so, how I come to know you is my hair is short for those who can't see me, and I go to a barber now. And so I was talking about my books and booking events, and your husband, he got excited and he said, my wife do the same thing. And he's comical, and you know that. And
Yes.
so I told him yes, and then we connect. And that's how we do this because this is what we do. We are reading is what we do, and we bring page turners your way. And we love, absolutely love, when somebody's doing book literary and pushing literary within our community. Also, Pastor Darlene, you have some books here that someone gave you. Can you
Yes.
highlight those books so that people you can hold it in your hand and tell us
Sure.
about it, or just who gave it to you or whatever?
This book is called Lands of Scientia. And this is a young artist, a young author. And I'm gonna read you just a little bit about him because he's 13 years old.
Great.
13 years old. But I think he had his first book when he was 7. Teen author named Jeremiah DeVale. He's local, and this is his second book.
Could
And
you hold the book up and just hold it just a little bit so we can give it some shine? And his name again?
Jeremiah DeVale,
Jeremiah DeVale. There we
teen
go.
novelist, and it's about science. And this is his two best friends that he wrote about, and it's a journey. It's a journey of 3 middle school friends, unlike no other. And this is fun scientific facts about different habitats and animals in an imaginative way. So I wanted to highlight him, a young author
Yes.
who lives in our community. The next person I like to highlight is an Earning Your Heavenly Wings by Tammy Eastman. She's local as well. Can you get a picture of it?
Yes. I got it in the video. Yes. And then
Um,
I'll take a picture of it when the
okay.
video's done.
She is a foster parent. And this talks about going to foster care and how God, well, I'm going to read it real quickly about the author. Tammy was 5 years old when her father sat down and had an upsetting talk with her. Tammy, everyone, everything will die, and one day I will die too. He tried to prepare her for the inevitable. Tammy misses her dad dearly, but lessons of God ease her pain. Tammy continues to do good help, honor her parents, and share God's promise through her books. She hopes to earn her heavenly wings to one day see her dad and ancestors again.
Wow.
Talks about earning your heavenly wings. A
Wow.
foster parent here local.
Beautiful.
And last but not least, Marzetta stood in for her mom. Now, I don't know where this lady's from, but I know she's from North Carolina. And she talks about how her mother had dementia and how her school teacher encouraged her. And wow, it talks about it. I just want you to know that my mother died of Alzheimer's too, and she was an educator. And this book helped me. It's a children's book, but even children can help adults. And so the teacher, who my mother was, helped this little girl to dance and to do other activities. It's a good read. So if you can ever find it, I don't know where I even got it from, but Mazada Stood In for Mom
Mm.
by Glenda Horton Manning.
Wow. That is so
Good read, and
beautiful.
that's a picture of her
Beautiful.
on the back.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for showing these beautiful things. It's a pleasure meeting you. And
Yes.
as I told you, um, Pastor Darlene, this is not just a one-day help. And you have other people that's on the Facebook,
Okay.
in the social media that are helping too, not just me. They got
You're
you.
gonna make me cry. Oh, and all the book boxes that I have donated to four people, four agencies, I have a plaque on there that says in honor of my mother and dedication of my mother, Maxine Bell, an educator. Not only Maxine Bell was an educator, I have two other boxes that highlight my mother, my godmother, who was also an educator, and her name was Barbara Mills. And one of my mother's other best friends, her name is Peggy Dawkins, and she was an educator as well. All three of them, well, two of the three have passed on because of Alzheimer's, and one is still hanging on. That's Peggy Dawkins. So if you know any of them, if they ever taught you, if ever went past them, because they were active in the community, please, please, please help me out because this is important to me. It's important to the mothers who live in these shelters, and it's important to the children. Just because you have to go somewhere else, you still need to read. You still need to increase your ability to share, to have patience, to learn vocabulary words. So please help me out. I appreciate you.
And also, she gave me the address. So is it Bret Het? That's a,
Bret Hart,
Bret Hart. Okay.
175.
175 Bret. If you want to send books and you want to donate books, the address is 175 Bret Hart, and that Hart is Arte
Drive.
Drive, Newport News, Virginia, VA, of course, 23608. Again, 175 Bret Hart Drive, Newport News, Virginia, 23602.
And I want to shout out to my line sisters that I pledged at VCU,
Yay!
and they helped tremendously. They sent money for the boxes to be made. Um, so yeah.
Yes, VCU. Can you stand up and show that outfit? Look at there. And so you guys got it hot off the press. If nobody get this news, you know ESP Present is going to get the news. I'm not a huge reporter, but I report huge. Thank you guys for being here again. Ellen Sutter of ESP Presents an ESP Book Chat. Also, Pastor, I don't know why I'm calling you Doctor, Pastor.
Because it passed.
Pastor Darlene Ingram, this has been a fantastic moment. Continue to shine, opening up the literary community, binding women together in reading. And I wanted to say this before we get off. I did an empowerment class about parenting at Lee Hall Elementary when it was named Lee Hall Elementary. It was a group of us women, and we had a 1 week, because we were older women with younger kids, and we had a 1 week empowerment, parent empowerment. We joined together on books, and that's why I created this book club. We cried crocodile tears, and books brought us together. So I know that is fact what you're saying, and so that's why I have this event. This what I do is because of number one, Kimberly Lawson Roby. She is an author. She is wonderful. I tagged it to her. I don't know what she said, but she got it. These I gave it to New York Times bestsellers, award winning, newly published. I tagged all the authors I know.
Thank
So
you.
get ready. That's all I have to say. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you for this moment. Bye bye.